Good afternoon, friends. I'm Dr. Ajay Shah, bringing this another Facebook Live. We've been talking about weight loss. I have done 29 segments, so please watch all the segments. Segment 1 has been watched now 1100 times, 1200 times. So please watch segment 1 and then watch all other segments. Today's segment right now is segment number 30 on weight loss. So if you are in need of losing weight, please start watching all the segments on my YouTube channel, Healthy Living with Dr. Ajay Shah. Also, please share on your page. Please ask questions, have comments, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So let's start today's segment. As I understand, as we trying to lose weight, sometimes people think that eating healthy is actually boring, but that should not be the case. Eating healthy can be very, very interesting. Eating healthy can be very, very tasty food. And that's where trying out certain vegan Thai food, trying out certain vegan Mexican food, vegan Indian food, vegan Chinese food, vegan Mediterranean food, vegan Japanese food, vegan Italian food, vegan South American food, even vegan Middle Eastern food. And actually, you can make all this different ethnic food, whole food, plant-based, no oil. If you look at the YouTube has thousands and millions of videos on all this ethnic food which you can make healthy. And once you are in habit of replacing the unhealthy ingredients towards the healthy ingredients, you will automatically become your own creative chef. And actually, you will start creating the same recipes with unhealthy food, replacing it with healthy items. So again, for example, my wife can make most of the Indian dishes now without any meat, without any chicken, without any dairy, without any oil. So she can make a lot of chana masala. She can make a lot of the bean burgers. She can make a lot of the other vegan Indian dish without any oil, without any dairy, without any cream. Actually, when we go out to eat, we ask at the restaurant now that most of the food is vegan without any cream and without any oil. So you can cook it at home and you can ask at the restaurants also. Same way, you can make a lot of the Mexican food. For example, you can have beans which are cooked by yourself instead of refried beans, or you can actually have vegan fajitas with water cooked different vegetables with water cooked beans in a whole flour tortilla. In general, whole flour tortilla is highly calorie dense food, so you can just make a vegan burrito bowl with beans and vegetables, or you can try, a vegan fajita with a whole flour tortilla. So again, eating healthy, eating whole food, plant based, no oil diet does not have to be boring, does not have to be without any great taste. You can make great taste at home or even at the restaurant eating healthy. Uh, for example, eating breakfast in the morning can easily be oat groat, which is intact grain, with a small amount of soy milk, which gives you the protein, with small amount of fruits, which gives you the fruits and its own benefits. And you can add small chia seeds or any kind of seeds or flax seeds. And that can be easily a healthy breakfast 2 or 3 times a week. In general, when you want to eat your meal, try to have less variety. You can have different meal, different part of the week, but per meal, try to have less variety because there is enough proof that when you have more variety in a meal, you tend to eat more. So try to have, for example, for breakfast, try to have oat groat with all the ingredients and just have one large bowl of oat groat, and that's all you can have. You can add green vegetables with it, you can add some beans with it, but try to have less variety per meal as much as possible. There was a question about how much fruits I can eat. Let me tell you, fruits in general are unlimited amount. You can eat as much fruits as you like, even if a person has diabetes, even if the person has pre-diabetes or has any issue with the sugar, person can eat as much fruits as the person like. And make sure you have variety of fruits, including apples and bananas and berries and watermelons and all different type of oranges and all different type of fruits. So have variety of fruits as much as possible. Fruits have caloric density of about 300 calories per pound, so it's very low in caloric density. It has tons of fiber, and actually, I eat a lot of my fruits with peels. For example, orange, I eat my orange with peels. I wash the whole orange and eat it with peels and the orange inside. Um, Fruits are lots of water. Fruits is good for weight loss. Fruits gives you fullness. You can have 5 to 7 servings of fruit every day, and that will give you satiety. You can eat up to 1 pound of fruit every day, and that will give you low caloric dense food and will give you fullness and satiety. So make sure that you are eating variety of food, not necessarily variety in one day, but variety over the week. So have all different type of fruits over the week, anywhere from half a pound to 1 pound per day. Um, there was also a question about how much protein one should have. Let me tell you one thing. If you are eating adequate calories from whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, you will have adequate protein. In general, a average size woman who is about 120 to 140 pounds will need anywhere from 45 to 55 grams of protein. For average man who is 150 to 175 pounds will need about 60 to 70 grams of protein. And if you eat a balanced whole food plant-based no oil diet, which is about 1500 to 2000 calorie, you will get that amount of protein. You don't need to worry about supplementing with protein powder. You don't need to worry about supplementing with protein shakes. You don't need to worry about supplementing with any kind of animal products or animal protein. So you will get adequate protein. Trust me. I think there are a lot of YouTube videos, there are a lot of books on how you can build muscle and how you can maintain the muscle with whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, and you can be even a plant-based athlete. Matter of fact, there's just a new book came out just 10 days ago called Plant-Based Athlete. I think by Robert Cheeky. It's a workbook if you are into exercise and if you are running and if you are into building some muscle, then that book is worth getting. And I got it on my Audible. I just started listening to it again. It's called Plant Based Athlete by Robert Cheeky and I think Matt Fraser. Those two guys wrote a great book called Plant Based Athlete. Worth getting it if you are into exercising and if you are into building body. There's also another question that should a person have a small frequent meals or should have only 2 or 3 meals? The new recommendations based on the science is to have 2 to 3 meals per day and avoiding snack if a person wants to lose weight. Ideally, 2 meals per day if you can, but if not, maximum 3 meals per day, moderate quantity, about pound to pound and a half, all low calorie dense food, whole food, plant based, no oil diet. There was also a question of what supplements one should have when they are on whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. Number one supplement everybody should be on, and I am on it already myself, is vitamin B12 supplement. You should also take vitamin D if you're not getting enough sunlight. You should also take a multivitamin with iodine if you're not getting enough iodine. I will be doing a separate segment on how you can get iodine from the food, but if you're not getting iodine from the food, you can supplement your multivitamin with iodine. That's what I do. You can get iodine from seaweed. You can get iodine from potato skin. You can get iodine from various of whole food plant-based food. But if you're not getting enough iodine, you can uh, uh, you can get iodine from a supplement. If you are a person with a low thyroid function, if you're already on thyroid replacement, then you are getting already enough iodine from those thyroid pills, including like Synthroid or levothyroxine. So that way you don't need to get the iodine if you're already on a thyroid pills. Um, and then you obviously should be on omega-3 supplements or at least having flax seeds and walnuts. But if you are not getting adequate omega-3 from the diet, or if you're not converting ALA to DHA because at older age group and certain people, and then you can supplement DHA from algae-based DHA supplement. Also, there was a question about like, should I go all in with whole food plant-based diet or should I do gradually? Again, it depends upon your style. Some people are good at just going all 100% in from day one. If that's the case, try to do it overnight and you will get the benefits quicker. You will start losing 1 to 3 pounds per week if you go whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, what I've been promoting over last 3 to 4 weeks, and you will start losing 1 to 3 pounds per week right away. If you are a person who makes changes in a gradual way and has habits form over next 3 to 6 weeks, then you can just start eating whole food plant based, maybe one meal a day, then make it 2 meal a day, and then eventually make it all 3 meals a day. So whatever style fits your life, you should try to do that style. But if you go 100% whole food plant based, no oil from today, you will start losing weight very, very rapidly. I also want you to watch all the segments, segment 1 to segment 29. This is segment 30. I want you to watch all the segments, take notes, ask questions in YouTube and also on Facebook. Have comments, and I answer every question and comment. If you're watching right now, please go ahead and share on your page and ask me questions, comments, and go ahead and comment so I know you are learning and you are watching. Uh, there was also a question about certain women disease and going on a certain type of a diet. So let me tell you, if a person has a polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a disease where a person has insulin resistance, a lot of women have it, particularly teenagers and younger women have this polycystic ovarian syndrome. And if that's the case, person has insulin resistance, going on a whole food plant-based no oil diet will help to reverse that insulin resistance. And many women with PCOS have infertility, and a lot of time going on a whole food plant-based no oil diet will reverse the infertility, and a woman can get pregnant and can have kids. Obviously, make sure you talk to your doctor. There are various treatments one needs to take, including medicine like metformin. But talk to your doctor if you have a polycystic ovarian disease. But definitely go on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. Also, if a woman has endometriosis, which is a condition in the uterus where there is a increased proliferation of certain cells in the uterus and ovaries, if that's the case, going on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet will help. Whole food, plant-based, no oil diet actually has lots of fiber, and that fiber traps the estrogen in the bowel and does not let the estrogen get reabsorbed and come back in the system. And if that's the case, a lot of endometriosis happens because of high estrogen level, and endometriosis significantly improves if a person goes on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. Endometriosis is a very common condition, very painful condition, also can make a woman not get pregnant. And if that's the case, going on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet will definitely benefit. Women who has a gestational diabetes, that means diabetes during pregnancy, also going on a whole food, plant-based, no oil, low-fat diet will also help. Obviously, talk to your doctor. Key thing to know is that before a woman gets pregnant, do everything in your power to lose weight if you are overweight or obese, get to the BMI of 22, and then get pregnant. So if a young girl is getting married and is planning to have kids, try to lose weight before you get pregnant so you don't develop gestational diabetes. That means going on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet before even a woman gets pregnant. So, losing weight before pregnancy is a critical thing to prevent gestational diabetes. But in case if you are already pregnant and if you already have gestational diabetes, going on a low fat, whole food, plant based, no oil diet will help. Obviously, stay in touch with your doctor to see what more can be done. Uh, Women with gestational diabetes not only will have bigger babies at the time of delivery, but also those babies are at a higher risk of developing diabetes in the future. So preventing gestational diabetes is very important, and treating gestational diabetes with whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, and with certain medications is very important. So try to prevent gestational diabetes as much as possible. There's also a lot of women with premenstrual cramps. A lot of young women will have a premenstrual, lot of symptoms, including a lot of inflammation symptoms, a lot of premenstrual cramps. Many times they can't even go to work and they are in a lot of pain, a lot of misery. Going on a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet will definitely help those premenstrual cramps. So try that diet and see how it helps you. Um, uh, when a woman eats a whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, like I said earlier, a lot of the fiber in that diet which traps the estrogen, and many estrogen-related cancers incident go down. So women who eat a lot of fiber in their diet has a less chance of developing breast cancer. So not only whole food, plant-based, no oil diet is good for weight loss and good for many chronic disease. It's also good for preventing breast cancer. So try to eat whole food, plant-based, no oil diet as much as possible. Um, Also, as a family, as a parent, it becomes important that the kids you have start getting into habit of eating whole food, plant-based, no oil diet at a very young age. Also, teach them how to cook food which is whole food, plant-based. That means a lot of vegetables, fruits, intact grains, beans, starchy vegetables. Uh, Teach them how to cook without oil. Teach them how to cook in a healthy way. So teach your kids not only how to eat healthy food, but also teach them how to cook. So when they become adult, they continue eating at home instead of make a habit of eating at fast food or eating at the restaurant. So as a family, as a mom, as a dad, you have responsibility of not just eating yourself healthy, whole food, plant-based, no oil, but also teaching your kids to eat that and also teaching your kids how to cook the healthy meals. Um, I also wanted to read certain books. Definitely, I wanted to read a book called It to Live by Dr. Joe Furman. It's only $10, a used copy on Amazon. So get that book, It to Live. Also read Chef AJ's books. So her books are some of the great books. I have all of them. I read all of them. Great books. Also read a book called China Study. If you have diabetes, type 1 or type 2, read a book called Mastering Diabetes by Cyrus Kambada. Those are some of the great books. I will have separate live one day on all the books I recommend and I have read. So at least you have a list of the books you can get and you can read them. As you watch these videos, if it's possible, always take notes. If you're not driving or if you're not walking or anything, try to take notes and then try to follow those notes. Again, watch all the segments, segment 1 to segment 30, and take notes. Many of you have watched all the segments. It's been almost 3 to 4 weeks since I started this weight loss journey. So let me know either on Facebook or on YouTube that how much you have learned, how much weight you have lost, what things you are doing which has been taught by me to you, and are you doing this thing with your family or with your spouse? So again, go ahead and ask me questions as you watch and share this on your page and also watch the segment 1 to segment 29 and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Um, Also, many people don't realize that weight loss is more than what we just eat. Weight loss actually requires to have all 6 pillars of healthy lifestyle. That means stress management. People have a lot of emotional eating. I've been telling in my previous segments that most of us, including myself, we all have tendency to eat unhealthy food when we are emotionally disturbed and when we are stressed out. And that's where I sincerely believe that meditation for 15 minutes a day will actually help you to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight seriously, try to meditate for at least 15 minutes every day. Minimum 30 minutes of exercise every day. That could be as simple as brisk walking, doing some strength training, doing some stretches and yoga, and definitely, staying active all day, moving every hour is very important. Definitely getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I've been teaching that people who have less than 5 hours of sleep, they actually eat 250 to 500 extra calories next day. So try to make sure that you have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep if you want to lose weight. Avoid any alcohol if you are in serious business of losing weight. Alcohol not only brings a lot of empty calories, but most people, when they drink alcohol, they also eat a lot of unhealthy food. So avoid alcohol as much as possible. eat at home as much as possible. I've been teaching the restaurant foods not only very calorie dense with tons of oil and tons of animal products and tons of refined grains, but they're also very disease causing ingredients, including a lot of chemicals. And that's the reason cooking your own food at home becomes very important. I definitely want you to have no more than one or two out of 21 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the restaurant or fast food. 19 meals should be at home as much as possible. Try to go out to the restaurant with friends and family and just have salads and a water and socialize, but try not to eat unhealthy food and drink a lot of alcohol, a lot of empty calories. Definitely avoid salt, sugar, and oil as much as possible. Losing weight will require eliminating salt, oil, and sugar, SOS, and that way your weight loss will speed up. Also, avoiding all processed food. All the processed food, water, and fiber is removed, so they become very calorie dense. It packs anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 calories per pound. And if you are eating a lot of processed food, if you're eating a lot of chips and other bag food which made in factory comes in bags, you will never be able to lose weight. So try to avoid as much processed food as possible and eat as much as you can whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. That means lots of vegetables, green and starchy vegetables, just water cooked or raw vegetables, or eating a lot of intact grains. And I taught you what intact grains means in previous segments. So what those segments, lots of beans, legumes, and lentils, so just water cooked without any oil. Uh, Lots of fruits. So again, try to eat as much whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, and 1 to 3 pounds per week will start coming off. I also want you to watch all the videos, but at the same time, get help from a dietitian or nutritionist who also believes in whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. Obviously, you cannot go vegan overnight, but try to limit animal products as much as possible. Definitely, not more than 10% calories should come from animal products. And again, 10% calorie from animal products means including meat, chicken, fish, dairy, cheese, whatever, all animal products should be less than 10% of your calories. That means if you're eating 1,500 calorie diet, only 150 calories should come from animal products. Ideally, vegan, whole food, plant-based, no oil diet will get you the faster, quicker weight loss. But if you cannot become overnight vegan, try your best to limit the animal products as much as possible. Also, have a personal trainer, have a life coach, because many times when we figure out stress in our life, when we have a personal trainer who can show us how to exercise in a more efficient way, how to exercise in a right way, weight loss becomes easier. And I've been telling all this thing in this weight loss seminar because, again, like I said, losing weight is more than just what we eat. Losing weight is very comprehensive approach, very holistic approach. You cannot just say that I will eat healthy and I'll lose weight. There is more than what we eat when it comes down to weight loss. Um, Also, having a support from a spouse or from a life partner is very important. I'm very fortunate. I have a great wife. We work together, we eat together, we cook together sometime. She is one of the best cook for whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. So try to have your spouse or your life partner support each other and try to do this program together. Also have support from the family, support from the kids, support from whoever is in your family. Try to have support from as many people as you can. Have a support from the friends also, and see if you make the friends who are also believer of whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, who also wants to be healthy, who also wants to prevent and reverse many chronic disease. And um, so So there was a comment by Bernard Lauder that in 3 weeks he has lowered his blood pressure 127 over 89 to 110 over 75 following my recommendations. That's an excellent, excellent response. You are like in a totally perfect healthy zone now. 110 over 75 is a beautiful, beautiful blood pressure. I'm same way. My blood pressure used to be in 130s, 140s. I'm now 110, 115. So I think that's an impressive results and outcome. I'm very proud of you. Keep doing it more. On the last slide, there was a question that eating more vegetables, if you're not losing 1 to 3 pounds per week, is okay to eat all types of vegetables. Yes, variety is the key. All eat all different type of vegetables. All eat all also eat all different type of starchy vegetables, both raw and water cooked or vegetable broth cooked. So you can eat any type of vegetables. And as you watch this thing, please comment, because then I get a great feedback, I get a great stimulation that people are listening, people are learning, and they are appreciating, what efforts I'm putting in to educate as many people as possible. So as you watch this thing, either comment on Facebook or what things you like to see as a change, or also comment on YouTube. I read every comment. I try to answer every comment. So again, be interactive, do it together as much as possible. Again, thanks, Bernard. Thanks for your comment. Um, Again, next thing was keeping a food journal and a mood journal. I don't think people appreciate that keeping a simple food journal either on your phone or in a notebook, how much it helps to lose weight. So every time you eat any food, write down what you ate and what your mood was, because then you will start to get a pattern that whenever you are stressed, you are eating unhealthy food, and you will try to do everything possible to diffuse that stress and turn that distress into eustress, so you don't reach out for food as an emotional eating. So maintain a food journal and a mood journal. Food journal and mood journal, very important. It may take you 2 minutes to write down what you ate, but it will definitely help you to lose weight. So maintain a food journal and a mood journal, very important. A lot of people ask me what I eat every day. Let me tell you what I ate. This morning I had a green smoothie with lots of fruits, about I would say 300 to 400 calorie per pound, and I had probably 1 pound of it. I absolutely enjoyed it. There were some small seeds in there. I no longer put any protein powder in there, so it was only all different type of greens and fruits and some chia seeds. You can actually, I just learned from a video watching on YouTube, okay, you can actually even put cooked beans in there. You can actually put a lot of different nuts in there, and a good blender like Vitamix or many other companies can make a lot of this solid substance into a great smoothie. So I had a smoothie in the morning, and then for lunch I had my wife almost called it like a bento ball, which was lots of tons of greens, raw greens, almost a half a pound, chana, which was the garbanzo beans cooked in the water with all different spices, including black pepper, turmeric, and paprika, many other spices, and brown rice. And then I had a small amount of fruits. So that was my breakfast and lunch. I'll update you what I'm going to have dinner, but we're going to have also dinner whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. And I'm sure, like, I try my best, but as a human, I sometimes fail, and sometimes I also eat unhealthy food, and that's okay. As long as you are doing 80-90% whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, you probably would be okay. If you do 100%, obviously you will get more benefits, but do the best you can, as much as you can, to eat whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. Uh, I also want you to read or watch YouTube videos at least 15 minutes a day while you are trying to lose weight, and watch videos on learning about whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, their benefits, how the diet works, some of the studies which are done, some of the books, some of the authors, and also looking up a lot of recipes so you can start cooking yourself whole food, plant-based, no oil meal items and meals at home. So again, watch at least 15 minutes every day. More will be better. I watch at least hour or two, sometimes even 3 hours of various videos, various books, various articles, various textbooks on different type of healthy living, all 6 pillars, particularly on weight loss, so I can come out with all the new information when I do my Facebook Live. But I want you to be your own student also, so that way you learn yourself. Obviously, if you watch my live and my videos on YouTube, you will learn most of the things you need to learn, but you should be doing your own homework also. So try to watch your own videos, read books, read articles, Google it, and be your own judge what is best for you. uh, Again, please watch segment one if you have not watched it. Segment 1 is already available on YouTube, Healthy Living with Dr. Ajay Shah. Watch all 30 segments, comment on YouTube, comment on Facebook, and give me feedback. See whether you are enjoying these videos and what benefits you are achieving. Let me know also how much weight you have lost watching all these segments over last 1 month. Have a great afternoon. I'll be back in a few hours. I'm off today. I've taken a day off, so I'm enjoying it. I'm walking, I'm exercising, eating healthy food, and doing 3 or 4 Facebook Live today. Have a great afternoon. Eat healthy. When you come back home from work, exercise, sit in the sauna, sit in the sunlight, walk in the nature, spend time with your spouse, spend time with your family and friends. If you go out to eat, eat only healthy food and don't drink alcohol if you can avoid it. And have more discussions, have more learning, have more fun. And I will see you again in a few hours. Thank you.